Our cell phones get subjected to lots of abuse. How many times have you dropped yours in the past week? Well, the odds are pretty good and that you'll need something to fix them sometime.
Yeah, your options for doing that could be opening up a bit. Channel 8's Nathan Grieve is live now to explain. Nathan.
Think of how much change we've seen over the years. You don't even have to look inside your cell phone to know that it is very, very complex and complicated inside there. And the companies that make them hold all those schematics and the info to fix them pretty close to the chest, which can make it very difficult when it comes time for you or anybody else to fix it. That's the gist of the right to repair concept. Cars, ag equipment, and in this case, phones are getting harder and harder to fix.
With how much things have become smaller and smaller, there's no way that certain parts of the phone are going to be able to be repaired.
Jeff Arnold owns Tech Jedi, a standalone business. Since it's not an authorized Apple service center, he's had an uphill battle when it comes to working on their products.
If they're not allowing the consumer to get the parts on hand, then those things become obsolete, their devices become obsolete, and they're forced to upgrade and buy the newest thing that's out there.
But Apple's just announced that they're opening up access for people to buy official parts and instructions for how to use them. In a way, it's going back to how things used to be.
In the past, with different companies, if there was something really wrong with it, you had the option of getting a schematic to get down to the nitty-gritty and repair something. And you don't have that option now, and none of them make that accessible.
So this is a big first step, but Arnold is cautiously optimistic. He says consumers need to keep the pressure on companies.
Without that pressure, without people talking to their legislators about that, those companies seem to just kind of take advantage as much as possible.
So Apple's plan for now is to start with things like screens and batteries and eventually then start making more parts available for people to buy. And they've had a lot of pressure, some from the outside, from politicians, but also they've had a little bit from their own investors to make this change.